Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think I like the concern of the honorable member who has just spoken. It's a very valid concern. But can the member clarify whether he was aware that this petition came and it delayed in the office? Two, if he was aware, why did he have also to keep quiet for this long when the people are suffering? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Whereas you are right on the delay, member for Elima is asking, what did you do about it? Because you sound bitter, too late.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I hear what the member for Elima is asking. I come from Avendini ward, and an issue of this magnitude is the petition. Mr. Speaker, there is no way he cannot be aware that there is a petition. So I am aware the petition has taken 1 year. And that is my question. Other question, Mr. Speaker, whether I was aware or no, I don't like that, Mr. Speaker. My question is, why has it taken 1 year for the petition to be brought into this assembly? And I will bring the people of Mavindini here, Mr. Speaker. I will bring them.
Honorable members, I am persuaded by the questions raised by Honorable Moki. The clerk, you will provide a response. And the Committee on Health Services, you inquire into the circumstances under which the petition was delayed. And this information to be provided by way of a statement by the Chairperson Health Committee or next week at 2:30.
The two members from Mavindini, I bet the question may not have been.
The clerk, Robert, who is seated here, will appear before the Committee on Health and give a statement and an interrogation and inquiry. He has to give explanation, including detailing when was it received, where is the received copy, where has it been. We can't converse that on floor. Okay, now that you're insisting, hold on. Now, I have advised you feel otherwise. I will allow every member to speak, and then we account after the debate what we have achieved. Now proceed. What's the point of order?
I find it helpful that a member is challenging the decision which you have already made, and they also sit in the high committee. You have guided them. We know you cannot investigate yourself. So sending the business committee to the state office next to impossible.
Getting melodies. Voila. Baby, you're back closer. Come over. Uko na teshi. Kama nakova. Nusu simu. Nusu oza. Ewe barafu. Wakunipoza. Tapati. She's my property. Kalia chapati. Ewe babaki. Ukiwa chini utanikalia. Ukiwa juu na kudandia. Asubuhi napenda kitumbua sio bagia. Mwage mapendo. Ukia mapengo. Mama kitengo. Maza mjengo. Hatujifichi. Ni kwa vitendo. Yeah, baby, yeah. Take him there.
Now somebody from outside to be able to investigate the House Business Committee. And your ruling, I find it quite in order. Now, if any member stands to challenge that, that is totally out of order, because the standing order says once the speaker rules on a matter,
That's the end of it. So since you have ruled, why don't we just rest it there and we move to the next business? Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Because you're setting a precedence which you'll not be able to hold in future.
That's why I said, now that he has insisted, I will allow him, and then after he finishes, we account what we have achieved, which will take us back to where we were. Then that will be a good example, so that in future we don't follow.
We have other businesses that are not doing very well. We have had 3 days without having much more.
Next order. I'm persuaded by member for Ilima. Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Leader of the majority party. What's your point of order?
Honorable Speaker, I have looked at the order paper and the expectations of the members that you see seated here was that today we had come here to pass the supplementary budget. And we expected the paper on the supplementary budget to be tabled before this House so that we can implement that business. And that is a business that made most of us to seek to support the motion that was passed by the Leader of Majority last week to alter the calendar of this county assembly. Honorable Speaker, if we do not have the budget and the supplementary budget, we can excuse members to go home because it is our time to recess. We go recess, and when the budget committee is ready, they can call us to pass the supplementary budget. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
I hear you, Honorable Modike. Can we do that under statements? Honorable members, the document that I'm reading here, which is called Speaker's Guide, reads the Assembly Business Committee for the next week. 2, the Makueni County Supplementary Budget Financial Year 2005-2006. We will get there. The document I have here is what I prepared last week. So may we land there first. Leader of the Majority.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the Assembly today, Wednesday, 14th May 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Business of the Assembly for the for the next sitting week. Honorable Speaker, thank you.
Leader of the Majority. Makueni County Government, Makueni Financial Year Supplementary Budget 2025-2026.
We did not sit, Honorable Speaker, at the ABC today, so we did not have those papers. The paper we are laying is the paper which were agreed last week, and I have only one paper, which is the statement of the business of the Assembly for the next sitting week. So if we happen to...
The one I have. You account for the rest before you proceed. You proceed to lay that paper and then account for the rest.
Let me first lay this, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, sir, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the Assembly today, Wednesday, 14th May 2025 at 2:30 p.m. The report of the Committee on Gender, Children, Youth, Sports and Social Services on the consideration of the Makueni County Sports Policy 2024. I lay.
What about the papers?
Honorable Speaker, I would request we lay the other papers in the next sitting, Honorable Speaker, because we didn't have to, I was supposed to table 4 reports, The report on Makueni County Utrapua graduation, we could do that, Honorable Speaker, because of quorum. I had another report, Honorable Speaker, which I was supposed to table. That is the Super Cup guidelines and stretch, Honorable Speaker. Simply because, Honorable Speaker, we are lacking quorum. It is time, Honorable Speaker, as the leader of this House, Honorable Speaker, you put this House in order so that, Honorable Speaker, we can serve the people of Makueni. We can give them what they brought us here to do. We were elected to come and represent them, Honorable Speaker, because they cannot represent them themselves. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
So is it your confirmation that the committee performance is down, and it needs to be raised?
Honorable Speaker, use your systems, Honorable Speaker, to raise us up because we are very low, Honorable Speaker. And it is a confirmation. Monday, we didn't have quorum. Tuesday, the same. Morning session, I was here. In the evening session, we didn't have session, Honorable Speaker. It's only today we have.
Member Fadang, restrict yourself to committee, not plenary.
Yes, that is making us, Honorable Speaker, not to have quorums in our committees, Honorable Speaker. And I will request the majority leader and the leader of minority to use their systems, Honorable Speaker. If they cannot do that, the former majority leader can also use his systems to uplift. Thank you.
Okay. Honorable members, this is what we'll do. I hear you. I am asking the clerk to provide a report here as to when the committee on gender lastly met and whether there was quorum and whether the members have signed. So clerk, you proceed and provide that information. Yes. I know you don't want me to take that route. Yes, but have you heard what I've said, clerk? Can you give us...
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Josephine. Honorable Josephine.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move to give monitors of the following motion, that this Assembly adopts the report of the Committee on Gender, Children, Youth, Sports and Social Services on the consolidation of the Makueni County Sports Policy 2024 laid on the table of the Assembly 14th May 2025.
The other papers, you will give notices in the subsequent sitting. Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
On the statement, we will proceed as follows. 1, leader of the majority. And 2, chairperson Larson. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 47(2)(a) and 55 of the County Assembly Standing Orders, I rise to give a statement on the business of the County Assembly for the coming week. Honorable Speaker, the following business has been tentatively scheduled to be transacted by the County Assembly in the coming week. Monday, 19th May 2025. Statements. 1. Response to the statement as was requested by the member for Kikumbulu North Ward, a statement regarding the shoddy works in the construction of a masonry tank at the Kathiaka Market in Kikumbulu North. 2. A response to the statement as was requested by the Honorable Member for Kadonzweni regarding the non-implementation of the climate change mitigation project at Londokwe Dam in Kadonzweni Ward. Motions. 1. Motion for the adoption of the report of the Committee on Agriculture regarding the distribution of Zima Springs water. 2. Response to the statement as was requested by the Honorable Member for Ivingon Zambani regarding
Chairperson Layson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As earlier you were directed, I had an opportunity to call the chair business budget, and he has authoritatively informed me that the budget will be available on Monday at 2:30. So that's the report he has told me. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members. Member from Bidini.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I want to appreciate the liaison chairperson, the report he has given to us. And Mr. Speaker, on Thursday last week, every member expected the budget committee to travel and consider the business. But Mr. Speaker, it happened that there was another committee, gender committee, but they chose to attend the gender committee at Machakos instead of the budget. And on Friday, Mr. Speaker, we were at Machakos and we waited for the budget committee up to around 12. That is when Honorable Mbalu appeared at Chaka Hotel, Mr. Speaker. Now, Mr. Speaker, indications were very clear that the budget committee were not taking this matter serious, Mr. Speaker. And that is why up to today, Mr. Speaker, we don't have a budget, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, these members are taking us for granted, Mr. Speaker. Because, Mr. Speaker, I might be forced to think that, Mr. Speaker, they are staying at Machakos to earn more per diems, Mr. Speaker, and joking with us and members of this county, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you need to direct that in future, Mr. Speaker. We will not condone or accept these delays, Mr. Speaker. Because members, we are coming today to table the budget, Mr. Speaker. Even members were prepared even to come to tomorrow. If you direct that, we pass the budget and appropriation bill, Mr. Speaker. Now they are taking us to next week, Mr. Speaker. If you look to the to explore the standing orders, I can see the table office is looking at the standing orders, Honorable Speaker. Even if they don't find anything, look at standing order number 1. Number 1 will guide you, Honorable Speaker. It is very easy for you. Look at standing order number 1. And we extend these sittings up to 8 p.m. tonight. We will not go anywhere. And I can tell you, like even my bosses at Muungano, they are not leaving today until we pass that report, Honorable Speaker. Then after we are done with the report, tomorrow in the morning, we can get that bill number. Then after that, at 10 p.m. tomorrow, we will be done with this supplementary budget, Honorable Speaker. And that way, we will have helped the people of Makueni. Otherwise, if we do not do that, Honorable Speaker, the contractors, the suppliers, the people of Makueni, the laborers, Honorable Speaker, the laborers, as you've heard from a resident of Kilili Zawe ward, Honorable Speaker, who has an access to your mobile phone, I can bet if the people of Makueni across the whole county had your phone number, those messages will be streaming even right now, Honorable Speaker, because the county government is not able to pay because they don't have a functional budget to do the same. So, Honorable Speaker, as you explore those standing orders, Honorable Speaker, I have guided you, I have helped you, I have read the standing orders, but I saw standing order number 1 is the most implicating standing order, because you can take any side you want, then you extend these sittings, then tomorrow in the morning we are done with this budget, then members will go on recess even for a whole 2 weeks or 3 weeks, then we come back, we do the main budget, then we will let the people of Makueni make good use of this government. Honorable Speaker, if we are here to represent the people and we are not able to have this government function, Honorable Speaker, we don't have any business sitting in these benches, Honorable Speaker. So I would wish, as the head of this institution, as the big boss here, Honorable Speaker, as the third in command in this county, Honorable Speaker, you have a lot of powers. You can force this committee on budget to bring that budget right now. I can tell you, Honorable Speaker, if you use the powers you have been given by the people of Makueni and the Constitution of Kenya, Honorable Speaker, I can tell you, that committee, that budget and appropriation committee, will be reporting to this assembly by 6 in the today, Honorable Speaker, and they will be seated here. We will not ask for anything. We will not even ask for tea. We will not ask for any favor from them or from anybody. We are going to sit here and prosecute for the people of Makueni. Then tomorrow we will be done with this budget. Then next week people can go on their recess as we wait for the main budget. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I hope you've heard me clearly. I'm not speaking for myself, as I have heard the leader of government business today. He is even evading that. I want to say I'm speaking on behalf of both Muungano Party and the people of Makueni. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Now, Honorable Moki, hold on. Honorable Kalonda, you've asked me to invoke provisions of standing orders. And standing order number 1 provides that if it is not expressly provided for in these standing orders, the Speaker shall direct. In this case, the Speaker, it is expressly provided for under standing order number 32. So the Speaker ought not to direct. And it provides as follows, that unless for the convenience of the County Assembly, the Speaker or the Chairperson, as the case may be, direct earlier or later interruption of the business, and the Speaker or the Chairperson shall interrupt the business then under the consideration at 5 p.m., on the occasion and afternoon signing 12 p.m., and on the occasion at the morning, and the County Assembly Committee, the Chairperson shall have the Chair and report the progress of tax relief. Now, notwithstanding 32(1) and 2, it is that the County Assembly may resolve to A, extend its sitting time from 5 p.m. to any other time that the Assembly will resolve to adjourn. 2, to meet at any other time the sitting day. And 3, to meet on a day under, so that I don't go to standing order number 1 and claim your powers, is that the motion under standing order number 32, paragraph 3, 33, paragraph 3, it shall be moved, and in this case by the leader of the majority and the leader of minority. And if approved, then the calendar is altered. Now, we are not yet at 4:30, and therefore, it is still within your powers. Order, it is still within your powers, Honorable Kalonda, to move a motion to extend the sitting time. Order, to extend the sitting time so that this assembly receives the supplementary budget for consideration. Because past 5, they cannot. Now leave my responsibility to me. Once you provide for the time, then I will deal with the rest. 2, it is within your powers, the leader of the minority, to convince your members to vote on a motion that the assembly sits throughout tonight, sitting tomorrow, and even Friday. Now, it is not within my powers. It is within your powers. Therefore, to guide you members properly, that the chairperson has indicated that the chairperson budget appropriation committee has indicated that they will be done with the report and compiled by Monday, which then means then the House has to move a procedural motion to sit again next week on Monday. Now, if the request to sit on a subsequent sitting, which is next week on Monday, is for purposes of the next sitting, now that there's a sitting in place, the question is, how much time does the Budget and Appropriation Committee time do they require to conclude? Reasonably speaking, now that we don't have a budget, it cannot be now. It can be the next minute, the next 30 minutes, the next 1 hour, the next day, or the next sitting. Now, as we proceed, order, member of the team. I have made directions and you are rarely here. Remember, I whipped you to come. So, I don't want to make direction that you are not available. So it is up to you to make a commitment, and I'll put a question so that when you tell me now you are available in the next 1 hour, the next day, to sit until Sunday, then I will be available. I've never missed, and you know that. And when I miss, my office is always represented, and you know. So honorable members, as simple as that. Now let me take you back. This supplementary budget has nothing to do with contractors. And it has nothing to do with paying and affecting service delivery. It has all to do 99.99% to aligning our budget to Count Revenue Allocation Act, which has reduced the count budget allocation. Now, the Assembly has a reduction of the budget, the Executive has a reduction of the budget on the same. So what you need to ask yourself is, as you proceed with the urgency, then what is the cause of the delay? Is the delay about paying contractors, or is the delay resolving the issue of the reduction of the Assembly budget and the Executive budget? So once you have that answer, then you make a decision. That's what I will tell you. Because lastly, when I checked, as of yesterday, you are still negotiating the budget to address the deficit in the County Assembly and source revenue from elsewhere to supplement your budget. Leader of the majority, Chair Liason, has that been achieved? Because that is why we were extending to consider a gap that has been our dent in the Assembly budget and supplement it from another source. Or do we just get the CARA and reduce the figures and pass it? If that was the case, the supplementary budget would have been approved a week ago, and there would have been no need for members to retreat as such. That's another thing. So strictly speaking, if anything, the budget is proposing to reduce some of your award projects. So subcontractors will not be paid because they are not awarded. So it has nothing to do with projects. It has to do with reducing, passing a supplementary budget to reduce projects and cushioning a deficit on both Assembly and the Executive budget. So as you sharpen the knife, then ask yourself, where are you taking the knife? And have you resolved the issues around that gap? That is what the Chair Liason ought to have told us, whether they have resolved the issues as instructed by members of the County Assembly to ensure that there is cushioning on that. And I think that is a bone of contention. That's all.
Mr. Speaker, I hear you, and I've listened very keenly to the Leader of Minority. I've also listened very keenly to the statement given by the Chair Liason, who is our Deputy Speaker. But thinking critically, there are gaps which even before we sit down and agree on the date of convening to pass this, which needs to be addressed. One, you find that, for example, by the time we left Machakos, all of us here, some of us were involved in a meeting at Machakos. Others were not there. And we left having the Committee on Budget and the Executive at logging heads, to solve a stalemate on where do they touch to balance what you just said. And the only issue which I would wonder is that this was not to take such a long period, because it was to be treated as a matter of urgency, not people working at their own comfort zones. Because the whole process can easily lead to stopping the whole train from moving. And I know you can attest to that when you see the reactions of the members. So how I wish that, Mr. Speaker, through your directive, if you could at least allow the Chair of Liaison to get some meat about that statement of us meeting on Monday, because pushing this agenda to Monday, it is somehow denotes to us that there could be no issue of urgency. What is that which is to be discussed from Sunday up to another Sunday? It's not the whole budget they are actually making. It's a question of adjustments, and very cleanly we know which areas can be touched. Only that some people are a bit repugnant and somehow rigid in allowing the decisions to pass. So to me, I would say, if you can allow the Chair to at least consult further, so that by the time we make a decision, as the Leader of Minority say, that we can even meet on Thursday or on Friday, we finalize this matter and people are free to do their own issues, so that we do not force issues. Again, we don't say we meet tomorrow, and there are other big issues which are being actually consulted within the executive and the county assembly. Thank you.
Oh, fair enough. Honorable Mutoka, when I checked on this matter in the morning,
why are you still not making money from trading? It's time to learn what really works. Stay with me for the next 45 seconds, whether you're new to trading or a struggling trader, and I will show you how you can use AI to trade tested and proven strategies.
it was not a question of raising the deficit. It was agreeing on administration of the deficit.
Yes.
And the concern of the committee is that having it is one thing, accessing is a different thing. For whatever reason, you would have had the document now. And the committee was not comfortable on how to implement it. Otherwise, you still lose it because it's not within your control. I am persuaded after pushing that the committee indicated that they have no modalities. They have not arrived at the modalities between themselves and the executive on availability, yes, but access and which programs to accommodate within the 5-8, that was a big issue. So that is what, when I checked with the committee, and even with the executive committee member for finance, and even as we have deficits, honorable members, the deficit is affecting critical issues in your budget that again to be agreed on what is going to be cancelled and to be deferred to the next financial year. Most of us seated there, if they were in that meeting, they would have left. It is a bitter pill. It may not be as... Now, the request by Chair Budget to sit on Monday, I presume he was looking for the next sitting. Now, the members who are talking loudest are not listening. When I will conclude, they will raise on a point of order. Member for Bitini, Honorable Kaluna. Take the seat. You just take that seat. Oh, sorry, you will have defected. Now, honorable members, I presume that the request to sit on Monday, it is not time between now and Monday, was for the next available sitting. That is my assumption. So what we need to make, provision for, Chair Larson, it is not Monday, is the earliest convenient sitting. If today was not possible, for reasons that were generated by the committee. And that next sitting, it can be tomorrow, morning and afternoon, or through up to Friday. Now, as to the reasons of the delay, I have indicated that I know the committee and the executive were not able to agree on the administration of the decision that was taken, which is the most critical. And without that annexure and an agreement on how they are going to administer it, then I am persuaded you will shout loudest that the chair must go if that matter is not sorted. The same members here.
Outside, then we come back. Because that way, it means we are able at least to make a decision, so that now from there you can give the directives to the committee and present the report by the time we'll have agreed. Yes.
Honorable Tivu, the information you want to give me, you can represent the independence, that consultation. So that, I'm afraid we are debating and we are not getting an answer. I want us to facilitate a conversation to give us an answer. So leader of the majority, leader of the minority, Chair Larson, and Honorable Tivu, can you go and converse? And in the next few minutes, that the mood of the House is that we reconvene here tomorrow at 7:30 or whatever time. That's point number one. Honorable members too. Member for Tulimani. Order. Honorable Mwoki, order. If for whatever reason we have to sit at past 5 p.m., as you stand there, we must have a motion. So I want to see action related to the spirit So if we lack quorum, then don't blame the speaker. Suppose the committee says it's ready to have it at 5 p.m. as you requested, and we have no quorum to extend the sitting past 5, we'll be late. If then it is agreed we meet tomorrow and you don't have quorum, remember today is our last day. So as you retreat or excuse yourself, know that you require quorum to have the next sitting, whether 5 p.m. today or tomorrow. Take note of that. And for your guidance as we speak, Chairperson, I'm giving you 3 minutes. You lead that team. Minority leader? Leader of the minority? Join the leader of the majority on that matter. He is. Minority leader? Yes. Then sir, that's okay. What is it on? Honorable members, take note of quorum. Yes, of the County Assembly, and as the chair of the Assembly Service Board. It is in the interest of you as member from Bitini that the chair, Budget and Appropriation, had requested to sit on that matter today.
Honorable Speaker, we've also heard very clearly from the chair, and he seems not to be ready today as we had proposed earlier and he said he wants to give a comprehensive report, and that cannot be happening before Friday. That's why he's proposing to have that sitting on Monday. And I also want to agree with the Deputy Speaker that it is possible for us to also wait until Monday, and that's why I'm looking for a motion to adjourn, to propose we adjourn for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so that we can go on recess on Wednesday. Honorable Speaker, so if that allows, I think we'll be comfortable as members of the Assembly, and we hope that will not deter our mission to have people of Makueni being served on time and in good time, Honorable Speaker. So if you allow, we will move that motion, and I wish to persuade the members to ask my members, especially from this aisle, to agree that we can move the motion next week. The government side is in agreement that we can move that motion next week so that it can help the committee. But the committee also, I want to insist, the committee should show some commitment. Well, I listened to the chair, but I think from Sunday up to today is a long time. They should have made some good progress. But since you also spoke on the Kara issues and push and pull, we can allow them, because it has never happened since 2013. This is the first time the national government is cutting budgets midway, Honorable Speaker. And it is very difficult for everybody. It has never happened. We want to learn from what is happening today, and the national government should also learn that if it is not possible for them to finance counties and to cut budgets midway, Honorable Speaker, they can release these counties to their national government if that allows in the constitution. But the people of Kenya in 2010 passed a constitution which has 2 levels of governments. Those levels should agree to disagree. Those levels are independent, but those levels are guarded by the law, supreme law of the land, Honorable Speaker. There is no way the national government is going to cut budgets to
Now, the People's Democratic Party seems to be making headway as it finally held its 100th National Executive Committee meeting on Monday, where members of the party unanimously reinstated Senator Samuel Anyanwu as the National Secretary. The reinstatement was disclosed by the acting national chairman of the PDP, Ambassador Umar Damagum, who said upon assumption, Anyanwu would write a letter notifying the Independent National Electoral Commission of PDP's National Convention. However, the party might still have a score to settle with members in its Southeast fold who have been vocal about their objection to Anyanwu taking the position instead of Sunday Ude Okoye, who is their preferred candidate for the office of National Secretary. Well, joining us on the show this morning to discuss the options open to the Southeast caucus of PDP following the party's insistence on returning